Good morning. My name is Dave. This morning is the 20th of July. It is 14 degrees Celsius, and today we're off to Wisconsin. So let's get it done. So we're now down in Minnesota. I'm just coming off here at Rockville. We're going to go and get some fuel and have my half-hour break. Slight delay crossing the border today, but not for too long. And the rest of it's been pretty straightforward. But we do need a half-hour break. Well, I've got an hour and a half driving left yet, but we'd need a half-hour break before I get to my destination for the night. I'm hoping to get down to Boston for tonight. That'll be a good place to get to. Leave me about 3 hours in the morning then, and my delivery appointment's only for noon. So easily doable. We won't have any problems getting there for that time of the day. I haven't been in here for a while. Been a couple of months anyway, at least. We'll go and fill up first, get our fuel. Then we'll get it onto break and we'll make a brew. I want to get through Minneapolis as early as I can, but it's looking like I'll get there about 4:30. Not always the best time to be getting around there, but we're going to go for it anyway. There's no point in hanging about because you'd have to leave it until after about 6:30 at night before you then went, so I'm not doing that. We'll just deal with it. This new parking spaces they've put in, are people just making their own now? Yeah, it's just people making their own parking space. Right, let's get some fuel and we'll be back later. So I've had about half an hour delay in the traffic, and here's why. Somebody decided to take a drive through the central reservation. Yeah, he's been on his side. That's airbags and everything underneath it. They've lifted it back up. down in there, but I'm not going to get to where I wanted to. Probably only make it to Black River Falls now, which is still enough, but I'd like to have gone a bit further. Back later, guys. So here we are at my delivery. 6 docks to unload at. A couple that don't get used. And there's actually only one truck getting unloaded right now. That little van is backing on there to get unloaded. And the trailer has been used for transshipping. It's 20 to 12. And I've just been told to come back at 1 o'clock. My appointment's for 1. Come back at 1. I asked, will they unload me early? No, we're too busy. So there we are. It is what it is, guys. This is trucking. So we've had a busy day. We've made our delivery down into Illinois, reloaded, and now we're heading home. So we're back up in, well, we're just west of Chicago here now, just about to jump onto the 190, I think it is, I-90, 94. Probably won't make it home until Sunday morning. Got 2 hours driving left for tonight, but it's already 7:15, so I don't really want to be doing that. But we will see how it goes. Just get out of here first of all, and then see how I feel. So, interstate all the way home now. Shouldn't be much to hold us up really. Got Minneapolis tomorrow, but with it being Saturday it's not quite as bad. I'm past the worst of it in Chicago. So, looking good. We're in good shape, as they say. Well, round is a shape, isn't it? Yeah, if I do 2 hours tonight, I probably could make it home tomorrow night. Maybe not. No, it'd still be a bit tight, I think. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. I'm going to put on some podcasts, kick back and enjoy the sunshine. Be back later. Good morning. Saturday 22nd of July, 29 degrees Celsius at 11:30 in the morning. Lovely day. I'm just about round Minneapolis here, so we've had a good morning so far. We got to South Beloit down in Illinois last night, right on the Wisconsin line, and that'll put us into Grand Forks tonight. It's about 1,010 kilometres for today to get to Grand Forks. May even make Drayton, but there's nothing in Drayton, so I'll probably just stay in Grand Forks anyway. So when I loaded last night, the customer gave me all the paperwork, but there was no customs invoice with it. You need an invoice to be able to send to the broker to set the load up to cross the border. But this was about 6 o'clock at night. When they gave me the paperwork, I went back inside. They brought the paperwork outside to me, and I went back inside. There's no customs invoice. They weren't sure what I was talking about, and the woman in the office that deals with all the paperwork had gone home. So being a Friday night, there wasn't anything is going to be able to get done. So it looks like they're probably going to put this load in bond to let me cross the border first thing in the morning and still get home. If they don't put it in bond, I'm stuck there till it clears customs, but they won't let that happen. Apart from that, very uneventful. Still not able to speak properly. I've actually still got quite a lot of swelling on me, right up on the top of my gum there. So that's not helping me talk properly either. So, nothing more to tell you, apart from we're stopping in about an hour, get a shower, and then we're going to carry on to Grand Forks, and I'll get fuel in Grand Forks where it's quite a bit cheaper. So we'll be back later, guys. So we just stopped at Love's in Fargo, and that's another Penner driver there. I just stopped at Love's in Fargo and got some fuel. I've just contacted the office about an hour ago, and this load still hasn't cleared. So I've been told to check back at 7 o'clock in the morning. So all I can do is head up to the border, plan to arrive there about 7 and check back in with the office again. So somebody somewhere needs to be making a decision though. Fargo isn't a bad place to stop. Plenty of truck stops. There's the Flying J on my left there, Love's on the right. Petrol's just down, next exit down on the interstate. There's another truck stop just on the north side. Plenty of places to park around here in Fargo. So not a bad place. I could have stayed here, but I'm just going to head back up the road. Only another hour and a quarter up to Grand Forks. Just leaves me less to do in the morning then. Don't have to get up so early. So that's the Love's there. Have just come out straight in front of us now. Flying J's on the left there again. I-29 north, that's it. To the border. So we'll just leave this, we'll leave it running for a few minutes just till we get out of Fargo. And I'll be back later. Cheers guys. Sunday morning, 10 to 8 in the morning, and I've just crossed the border. So this load didn't clear customs, so it's now in bond. It's going in bond to Winnipeg. So instead of taking it back to Steinbach, I've now got to take it to the bondage warehouse in Winnipeg, which just so happens is our yard anyway. Not the end of the world. More miles, but makes me a little later getting home. I'll still be home before lunch. I'm only about an hour and a quarter away from Winnipeg now, and it's an hour from there back home. So I'm hoping to get a loaded trailer out of Winnipeg back to the yard. But we'll sort that out when we get up there. So I got the message it was going in bond before I even reached the border this morning, so there was no delay. That all went well. Nothing else to report. We'll be back later. So I'm just leaving Winnipeg terminal now. I've dropped the trailer and I'm bobtailing back to Steinbach. So there's been a bit of a change of plan when I get back to Steinbach, but I'll tell you that in a minute. Just as I backed into a spot there to drop the trailer, one of the city drivers in Winnipeg came up and introduced himself, and he's actually a follower of mine on YouTube. So big shout out to Elvin, good to meet you, bud. Yeah, the city drivers, they're kept busy. They work hard. They do back and forward. He was just explaining what he had to do today, and he's back and forward from somewhere over in another place in Winnipeg that we big customer of ours.
32 kilometers per hour minute for yard move.
Okay, thank you. And he's back and forward 8 times today. Take an empty over, drop it, pick a loaded one up, bring it back, 8 times in a day. So yeah, those guys work hard, and it makes it real easy for us just to turn up in the yard, hook up to a loaded trailer and go, just as I'm going to be doing when I get to Steinbach. So change of plan. When I'd crossed the border, I updated my ETA to Winnipeg, and I was asked if I would mind doing another trip, turning and burning. So we're going out to Saskatchewan with 5 drops starting tomorrow morning. So it's bobtail back to Steinbach, pick up the loaded one, and carry on. No rest for the wicked, eh? Be back in Steinbach. So here we are back in Steinbach. As I mentioned, I'm going to be turning and burning, but we're going to end this video here and start a new one for the trip out to Saskatchewan with 5 drops. So all that's left for me to do is to say thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and as always, stay safe, take care, and if you follow me, I'll see you again this afternoon. Cheerio for now. See you guys.